It's hump day and I'm super excited. So, on Monday, I posted a motivation talking about going out into the deep. And I honestly have not been able to let that go because I want you all to understand going out into the deep is not easy. So I wanted to give you a little push this midday and let you know that going out into the deep, while not easy, is still necessary. I need you to understand that it can feel very challenging, it can feel breathtaking, it can feel frustrating, but it's necessary. I sometimes feel like, oh my goodness, I need to go back to the shallow, or better yet, I'll just go back to shore. I'm not even going to do this thing. For me, it is utilizing my gifts and talents for the world or the kingdom. I know what my gifts are. I have been blessed to sit under spiritual leadership. Shout out to Fairfield, because that is one thing that house operates in excellence, and that is identifying spiritual gifts and teaching you how to flow in them. So I cannot use that as a crutch and say, oh, I don't know what I'm gifted to do, oh, I don't know what I'm skilled to do, oh, I don't know how to serve, because that's not true. So my going out into the deep is a little different because I cannot use as an excuse, I don't know what that is, or I don't know what that looks like. But even still, the challenge is difficult because there's a twofold thing that happens with me. While I know what those gifts are, I'm challenged that others A, recognize it and take advantage of it, or B, don't recognize it and have no desire to embrace it when they do see it. So what does that mean for me? I should operate in those gifts and those skills anyway, but I don't. I'm kind of like the turtle. I go out and I hide in my shell. So if you're like me and you are blessed enough to know what you're called to do, you have to push forward. You have to be persistent. Remember, on Monday we talked about being persistent. You have to be persistent. You have to flow in that thing no matter what. So today I just want to challenge you to go beyond that feeling of being uncomfortable, that feeling of being not valued, that feeling of being frustrated when people don't quite get why you do what you do, and do it anyway. There is something that I know I've been called to do, and I share bits and pieces with the social media world, and I'm going to do better. I was challenged just this past weekend by, I'm going to call her a friend, because it was like I've known her forever, even though we just met face to face. I was challenged by her to step up my game, number one, and number two, to share my story. So I'm going to start doing that no matter what. Now, when I say that, I have to be mindful of my audience and the timing and what I'm doing and when I'm doing it. But I also have to understand that there's people waiting on what my gift is to the world and to the kingdom. So if you're like me and you've been trying to race back to the shore or to the shallow waters because of people's perception of the gift that you have, today is your notice to stop it. You got to be persistent, and you have to walk in that thing, and you have to own that thing, and you have to do what you've been called to do. If you're called to serve women, I need you to serve them in excellence. If you're called to serve corporate entities, I need you to serve them in excellence. If you're called to serve nonprofit entities, I need you to serve them in excellence. The world is waiting on the gift that you have. Stop looking at everybody to accept what it is that you have and operate in it anyway, because when the time comes, they are going to welcome it because they will recognize that they need it. So I encourage you to go ahead, step out into the deep no matter what. Today's challenge is to do it no matter what. Whatever your gifting is, your calling is, the population that you've been challenged or called to serve, today is your day to make up in your mind to step out and to do it no matter what. I am Tiffany R. Easley, your SOAR strategist. You can find me on all social media platforms at Tiffany R. Easley, or you can connect with us on my website at tiffanyreasley.com. I hope you are having an amazing Wednesday. So go out, be great, do something great, and impact the world with your gifts. Talk to you soon. Until then, continue to soar beyond.